Good morning and welcome. This is Tina from Plan a Little Farm Life. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about planning, gardening, sometimes homeschooling, a little bit of everything. And today I'm going to usher in the new year with a video walkthrough of finalized walkthrough of my 2024 Frankenplanner. If you are a subscriber, just know that I did a plan with me for my January month and first week, but the video got lost somewhere. We have no idea where it went. It just never recorded, never saved. I'm not quite sure what. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough on my finalized layout of everything for January because it can change depending on how this works out. So I will start off by telling you I do not remember the name of this planner. And I'm not quite sure where I wrote the name down. But this is one of the newer Happy Planners. And I have these really pretty gold discs this year. I'm so happy. I think right now it looks really pretty with this. This may change in the spring or summer. If I feel like I want to brighten it up or something, I might change it out. But to start with, some of my new organizational ideas are inspired by Stephanie over at Squared Plans. She is amazing at just the methodical organization and hitting certain points that make it just very practical and very it should be common sense. But if you have an ADHD brain like mine, sometimes it's really challenging to come up with a system like this. So I am trying hers, and I think I already love it. And that being the tabs. I think they are going to help out tremendously because one of my main things is that I have trouble remembering what I want to do and what I want to hit on each day. So I'm going to get in here and walk you through this. Make sure we're centered. Okay, so this is, these are dashboards or dividers that I got off of Amazon. I love them because they are full page and clear. You can easily see, as you can see, this is scrapbook paper that I just put in to make it pretty. And you can see that this is very clear, and so it allows you to see both sides very easily. So I'm going to start out with, this is one that I'm going to be implementing. This is from Stephanie at Squared Plans on her Etsy. I will try to link everything that I talk about in this video down below so that you can see and, easily get to what I'm talking about. So I printed out a few sheets. So there's an inbox, which I need. It's more like a brain dump. And then if it's, and these come with also blanks. Okay. So like this one, actionable. And then is it scheduled? Are you waiting on the next step, waiting on somebody? Is it a project or no? So is it a someday or reference, or do you just trash it? And then after you get it done with, you've assigned it somewhere, then I check it off down here. It worked pretty well for December for me, so I think I'm going to keep this. I did put a new one in because I wasn't sure if a blank one, so I didn't know if I wanted to assign different categories up here for myself. We'll see how it works out. And then I printed the project page. I think she has 2 different layouts in the file for this, but it has, a place for you to, the project, when you want to have it completed, and then a place for actionable steps, so to break it down, which I love. It helps, make it achievable. Okay, so I printed a couple of those. This is, I think it's a little bit different, yeah. So this one is for maybe bigger projects, and then this one maybe not so big, being less steps that need to be taken. And then the someday list and a basic to do. So that's that. This one, I did put a happy planner divider in here. This is a future log from my shop, and I will put that down below. And it's helped me over the years. I went back to my bullet journal days because I found last year I was doing it on, let's see if I can find one. So you can see right here, I was doing it on the currently page, and I just put a big bar sticker down there with lines, and it just wasn't as practical. I like having it all in one place for every single month, and I just write down the date and I write down what it is, and if there's an appointment, I write the time. I don't, for me, putting the little highlight dots and then assigning the highlights, that doesn't work for me. So that is how I do this. So if it works for you, whether you put this, write it out, do whatever you need in a bullet journal or buy a future log printable, these are amazing. So I went back to this. Then on this side, this is my recurring tasks. This is also from my bullet journal days. This was inspired by, I cannot think of her name. But if I remember it, I will link it down in the box. But basically, I made these up and let you, this is printer error. Printer error. I didn't hit the right thing, so it cut off. But I have these in classic and full size, and I have 4 or 5 header styles. So if you want something more minimalist, I have one that doesn't have any color up here at all. But the months are here. The idea is you put the tasks here that need to be done maybe on a monthly or a quarterly basis, and then you either check them off or write the date. So it's January. So if I check the furnace filter on the 12th, I would write the 12th if that mattered and I wanted to do it in the middle of the month every month. Or if I just wanted to make sure I hit that task once a month, I would just put a check mark, which works better for me. I blocked these out because these are the times that I will be doing these tasks, and the rest of the months will just be blank. So I just left that way. This is another video I did. I do not offer these, and I will not, because I made these for myself. And I realized that Stephanie, and I probably got the idea from her, watching her videos over the years, over at Squared Plans, a goal sheet. And so I made my own, but I will not be offering them in my shop because I don't feel that, this was not like created by me. It was kind of somewhat copied, but it wasn't really copied, I guess. It was in my head, but it was probably from her or inspired by her. So I'm not going to do that. But I did a video on this, and I still have to sit down and do my monthly for January and then do my weekly goals. But I did my goals, and then I did a little decoration just to kind of fancy it up a bit. So you can see it. I did these, and she offers something similar to this in her shop. So I encourage you to go over there. She has a ton of wonderful printables over there. So this is my faith tab, and I'm not going to show you the month or dailies. There will be a video coming out probably next week showing you this, and that's why I have it tabbed off. So I have a tab for my daily in this one. So I have it for, where'd it go? Okay. So if you can see the pattern, the main is here. So there's faith and schedule and social and garden. And then within each section, there is a daily or a monthly and a weekly. So for my faith, I do it daily. And then I put a tab for Bible studies and things like that. So you'll see as I go on. Excuse me. So I have my Bible study, and I see, this is how I love seeing both sides. So when you have an open calendar or you're open weekly, you can see clearly everything without having to flip with all the decorations. So these, I don't quite have these ready. I'm still playing around with the file, but I will probably sometime in the next year have my Bible study and my faith planner, my principles ready. So this has scripture notes, the author, key people, and the place location of the scripture you're reading to kind of give you a better feel of the time and the place. It has the date and the scripture at the top. And then on the back, there's an application reflection section, cross-reference, questions and I find I have questions like after I read and I need to dig deeper or I need to ask somebody, like a pastor or something, or maybe, my women's group. So I'll write them down here, and then I write a summary of like maybe the lesson or the message that was in the scripture that I was reading. And then I have my verse mapping, which is, these are from the James method, and I just got the printable version, the PDF. I love these, and these are available on their website, and so I have those. And then these are something I'm playing around with. So when I read a book, let's see if I can find one. Okay, so our a past ladies group that I was in at an old church, we did this, the Lies Women Believe. So when I read a book like this, or Just Enough Light for the Stuff I'm On is another one that we've done for studies. So when you're doing something like that type of a book, I find it better that I just use reading notes, and I have the chapter up here, and I'll write some notes that were from the reading, and then I'll put my thoughts, key verses, and that. So it's a short, and so I can go back and reference things. So then I have my schedule, my main schedule for everything, my main schedule. And I will show you the monthly and weekly here because, well, the videos are gone. I was so disappointed that I lost them somewhere in, either saving it or transferring it or something. They just are gone. So I have my schedule with another piece of scrapbook paper. So this is the first front page, the title page of this notebook. So I'm sorry. There's this, and then this runs into the year at a glance pages, and then the perpetual calendar. And then I have my monthly goals here. And then I will be doing my weekly goals here, 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 and here, which I realize this does not allot for a 5-week month, but we don't have many of those, so I'm okay with that. These dividers are gorgeous. I love them. Excuse me. I need more coffee this morning. This says you are exactly where you need to be, and they're just beautiful. I love them. And so this one I already did, decorated. I will put that off to the side. I will take this out so you can see. I kind of just did a little bit. These are from the Seasons of Color book, and then these are from an Agenda 52 seasonal foil. And then these, I can't remember. Oop, that one didn't go in the right spot either. Sorry, I knew that felt weird. These are from one of the books. It might be from the Cyanotype Happy Planner. Just quotes, and I just thought that was a really good way to start the year off and put some inspirational quotes and that in there. But you see, these are super easy. I mean, like you have it and you can read the whole thing. So I love that. I don't know why that tab got in the wrong spot, but so this is my first week of January. Um, these are from Essential Seasons, I think. Essential, look real quick. This is from the Seasonal Floral, or Seasons of Color. Yeah, so these are from Essential Seasons Happy Planner. And then, where did Seasons of Color is where these came from. And then I just have a little bit of washi. So, you know, I mean, it wasn't elaborate in that, but I am going to, once everybody is in full swing again, I'm gonna need to figure out how I want to do my schedule and how I want to lay things out. But I love the long task. If you watch me for a while, you know that I do. I have been a avid vertical planner, but late in 2023, I moved over to a dashboard to try it out, and it works wonderfully. I love it. It just seems to work better with task-minded, and then little notes, and then appointments and things like that, and events over here. So there is that. And then I added Habit Tracker. And this, again, is from Stephanie over at Squared Plans. I wasn't going to reinvent the wheel. I love how you get one tracker and it is for every month. So I've already got my habits down here, and then I circled it for January, and you can put dots, you can put colors, check marks, whatever needs to be. And that works out really well. Okay, I added this. So if you watched my initial setup, I had February in here. I took it out because it got too bulky for, I think, I took out February for my faith and my scheduler. It just got to be too bulky, and I don't want to move to expander discs. So I also added my health, which I'm going to show you a little bit, but not, because these will be coming next week. So again, this is just a divider with some pretty scrapbook paper. And then I did this. I want to set this up for every month to kind of keep me in check, to see how I'm doing. And maybe some months are going to be better than others, and some months I'll backslide. But it's been 2 years since I really put myself, at a higher priority. So I figured out that, because I used to do the fitness tracker spreads, and that really kept me on track of like, hey, did you work out today? Did you stretch? Did you eat well? What did you eat to set off these symptoms, kind of thing. So I'm going to see how this works, but my goal is to hopefully get this filled out once a month, and kind of compare and see how I'm doing. So this is the last insert that I have for fitness pack. It was undated, so I just threw January on there, and I did date it. But if you have ideas on what to track here, I don't want to track my exercise or my food, or my steps and that, because that will all be on my weekly. So if you have ideas, let me know, because I want to use this, but I don't know what I want to do yet. So I'm open to ideas. I'm going to skip that, and I will show you the layout that I'm using. This is an old one. This is probably 3 years old. I did date it, or redate it, I should say. And I don't love this layout, just because I don't like the prompts that are here, and I don't like the whole shaded section, but I'm using it for the month of January. It's the last one I have. I have a wellness pack, but I'm not sure I want to use that. So I'm going to see how this works, and then maybe we'll change it up for February. I have plenty of extra Happy Planner insert things that I can redate and use. So that's my goal, is to use what I have. So we shall see. So that is it for that. And then I have my social media section, and I just named it social because it's pretty much like any of my videos, any of my Etsy shop, any other work things that I have for like social media aspect of things goes in here. So, and I will link up in the cards and down below. I had a big haul that I got, a bunch of happy planners on clearance, some of them down to like $3. So a lot of these planners, except for this one, the main one, and my faith, the rest of them I have, I'm using clearance planners, and I'm like redating, or they were 18-month planners that were marked down greatly from Michael's, because Michael's seems to be getting rid of everything. So this is my social, and this one is, I love this. This is such a pretty, it's a vellum. Okay, so the camera shut off, and I don't know why, but here we are. So this is my social media planner, and it covers, everything. This is a piece of vellum over white cardstock, and the perpetual calendar, I left most of it in the other planner. So this is something I created for myself. It's just a list of the videos and then the stage that they're in. I have a video editor that I use occasionally. Helps me out when I get a little overwhelmed. So I have that ready to go. This is going to be for my ideas, my video ideas and things like that. And that way when I kind of have an idea, I can write it down if I don't have time to do it. And then when I'm got extra time and I'm like, okay, what can I do? I have a list of ideas. So that's what my plan is for that. And those are some of my notes. This one, as I said before, is the only one I think I have to redate. I have to date right now the fitness and the health one. But this one is the only planner that I bought that I have to redate completely from 2023. So, where'd it go? I had a redate sticker. I lost it. Oh, here it is. So it was cover and change year. That's what I have to do. I haven't gotten to planning out this stuff yet on the calendar. But it's got kind of a jungle theme. And then for right now, oh, here we go. Sorry, I got a text and everything at the same time. So for right now, I'm using this layout. It's a dashboard. It's one I've created myself. I didn't want to buy a whole nother happy planner, and I don't think they have refills or extension packs on the dashboard. I don't know why. They really should have that. And I kind of wanted to play around with this. And so that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm playing around with this. I may lengthen this. I may get rid of this. I may make a couple of boxes. I don't know. I'm going to see how this works out for me for this layout. I may change things up, but I've done it undated. So I will date this as I go. And then there's February, and I have to redate that. Then we move on to my garden section, and as far as gardening goes, most people don't even think about it in January. I am perpetually in my garden planner, making notes, thinking, doing things. So I also keep my food preservation, my canning, seed starts, all kinds of things. I am already planning things out, and hopefully in January I can bring you along and dive into my garden planner. And also, being a master gardener, I have things going on with meetings and we're planning stuff, so it just helps to have that set up already. So as far as that goes, again, okay, so this is just a piece of vellum, and then I just backed it with a really cute cardstock scrapbook paper. This one came from Color Block planner, and I can't remember if it was 12 months or 18 months. I think it was 18 months, and they had the metal discs. I think that's where I got the metal discs. So it was at Michael's, and I got it because it was discounted, and it actually ended up being cheaper at the register. So I ended up going back and getting the last one they had. So I got 2 of these in the Color Block, but I am not using either one of them fully. I'm using bits and pieces of them to make it work for me. So I think I got each one for like $3 or $4, super cheap. And you can't buy metal discs for that kind of price. So it's got the Color Block, and this is where I keep track of the weather, our rain totals, our snow totals, any major events for, weather or like our land wise. I also will keep track of when we hatch or bring animals into our stock or when they exit. So it helps me keep track of things like that. I was able to go back this last year and look about when we had our meat birds and how much extra food we bought at the time to feed them, to see if it was cost effective to do this again, because we hadn't done meat birds before, and I was able to deduce, how much extra food we bought for the time that we had those, because I had the beginning dates that we got them and then the end dates when we harvested them. And so we figured out per bird how much it cost us to raise them and process. So that was really nice to be able to do that. So as far as January goes, I basically have just the dashboard side. I don't have the weekly side on this because I don't feel like I'm going to be using that. I'm just going to be making notes and doing tasks. So this is what I'm doing now, and I may change it up depending on what I need. So we'll deal with that when it comes. This is February. I have not redated that yet, and I haven't added anything to it. So this is what the color block look like. Very colorful. So this, I just have a little pocket folder back here. And then the reading log. This is from my store and my principals. It's very basic, very minimalist. And so I have the start and finish dates of the book, the title, the author, and the pages. Now this year I changed it up from the past. Let me see if you can see. Okay, so you can see I shrunk them down a little bit because you didn't need all of this space. And then I kind of brought it in because, again, you can see I don't use all that. And I just kind of, wrote these in very quickly. I also don't write the author every time if it's the same author as the book before it. So obviously I was reading part of a series, and then I threw another book in and went back to it. And that. So I also read a lot. So as much as I would love to do a full reading planner with reviews and pictures and summaries and all of that, and those cute little bookshelves, they just don't work for me because I want this information, and 2, I don't have the time to go back and fill in these cute little bookshelves, even though they're very adorable. I love them. They're fun. But when you read as much as I do, they just aren't practical. Oh, excuse me. Now, in doing this and changing up some of it, I have changed it up to where if I wanted to, or if you buy this and you want to, you can always put decoration down the spine. But on the side here, I thought that it would be big enough, just big enough, to print out the book cover and put it right here. So if you put it on the left side of the page, oh, excuse me. It's been a long morning already. So if you just put it, it's big enough to put just a little book cover on there. And that way you have that along with the title, author, and the pages and stuff. And then you can see I've already started because I've gone through my series and figured out what was released, what's coming up for part of the new year as far as book releases. And I did this so that I would have the date of the release, the book title, and the author, and obtain. So I just figured check it off if you get it through Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, whether you buy it, borrow it, whether somebody buys it for you, whatever. So that just says that you got the book and or read it. It's very basic. And I put just a little bit of decoration because it was just kind of dress it up a little, make it cute, but still very minimal, and it wasn't overdone. And you could decorate. You could even throw stickers over it, whatever. But it's very minimal and very basic. Sorry, I have something in my eye. Not sure how. My last section is a notes and reference section. And I do have one last tab. Stephanie from Squared Plans actually has hers down at the bottom. She has several tabs at the bottom, but I prefer mine to be very smooth and clean at the bottom because I tend to put my calendar, my book in tote bags and things when we go to doctors and hospitals and whatnot. And I didn't want it to get damaged, and I thought, okay, I can just put it as a far right tab and it won't interfere with a lot. So this paper is, I think, a homebody or homesteader. I don't know. It's very pretty. This is all I have left. And then I actually love this style more than this. This is fine for like certain like task kind of things. But I kind of want some paper that doesn't have the bullets and doesn't have the little flags. And then the other paper, I don't know if I have, yeah. I have some, and it has like too much decor on it. So it takes up too much of the page and that, but I'll work on that. So I have some in here. I have more, of course, but this is what I have in here. This is the last piece of my Frankenplanner notebook. So this is a redating guide, and it's from Lizu Plans. She has a YouTube channel, and I will link the video to this down below because she's, I mean, to be able to do this and like redating. So it'll tell you like February, if you need a February insert, it'll tell you what year. Okay, so like if you have a 2020 calendar that you haven't used, then look for the October, and then you can just redo the month and like, you know, change the month and the year, and the days are all right. So they're going to be the same. So having this reference, I feel is going to be a big help sometimes. So I put it in the back as just something to look at and refer back to. So that is the end of mine. I did want to say, if you are new to Happy Planner, you're new to keeping a calendar or anything, don't think that you have to go out and get all these different calendars and all these different planners. Start small. Work with what works for you. Don't overthink. If you want to do decor, don't overthink any decor. Just make sure it's functional for you. The decorations will follow and you'll evolve over time, because I don't know anyone who looks at their first spreads that they did and loves the spread. We all look back and go, "Ugh, why did I do that?" But it's part of the process. You know, sometimes they turn out real cute and real nice, and sometimes they're kind of cringy. But just have fun and make the planner work for you. Look at the different styles and the different layouts as far as like dashboard, vertical, horizontal. Look at all the different styles, the different layouts, things that, and find something that might work for you, and just make it your own. So I'm going to end this here. I hope you have a wonderful new year. If you like this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below and tell me what you are using and what you plan to use with your new planner for the new year, or if you're rolling over a teacher planner, because I know some of you out there have teacher planners and you do it on the school calendar year. So let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.